All right, here we go.
Here we go.
If you're not first,
You're last.
if you're not first,
You're last.
all right, here we go with the
Shake and bake. Ricky Bobby League.
I like it, man. All right, this very exciting league here. I think it's our third year, third official year here with the Ricky Bobby League.
Yep.
And so just the AJ's hybrid best ball, which by the way, again, before my time, okay, because we did the best ball. If you remember, I used to call it draft only.
Mm-hmm.
I called it draft only. Then they started calling it best ball, but we did draft only. You guys know we did draft only way before there was something called best ball.
Yep.
Now they call it best ball. Okay, it's fine. I got the hybrid best ball. Okay, no one's doing hybrid best ball. I haven't seen one league that does best ball that actually you do drafting and all the other things.
AJ's Fantasy Original.
That's right. So anyway, so that's all good. At least can you just double check that that's actually centered. Anyway, but that's
Thank you, our producer.
Thank you, producer Lisa Diliberto.
Lisa.
Yes,
My
centered.
mother.
Good.
Yep, it's
That
centered.
looks good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good.
All right, fantastic. All right, so in this league, yep, I think we're all good. All right, so in this league here, it's just really just as it sounds. We called it the Ricky Bobby League. That's kind of our thing that we call it, because if you're not first, you're last, and that
Right.
means every week is a week high winner.
Yep.
Week high winner gets half their money back. So it's a $300 entry, $150
Every time you're week
every
high.
time you're week high. So 2 week highs, you're even. 3 or more, you're in profit. And that's really the biggest way to get profit. Now, of course, the more you're winning week highs, the better chance you have at being in first place at the
Sure.
end. And of course, winner take all $1,000 at the end.
It's a big pot, and it's an interesting league, right? It's different than any of the other AJ's fantasy leagues, different than a lot of leagues. The draft is extremely important, and so this order that we're going to pick right now could make or break someone's whole season.
Ooh.
There's a lot riding. Again, it's luck and skill.
Luck and skill.
We've said it on every video so far. It's luck and skill. You got to have some luck. Get lucky on your draft picks. Have people stay healthy. That's always going to be a factor.
You've also got to get lucky, as Ron and I did last year. You've also got to get lucky because we took the championship in this one, right?
Congratulations.
Yes, champion.
What you guys go by last year?
Nest-stoppable.
Nest-stoppable. That's
Nest-stoppable.
right.
And we were
Congratulations,
Nest-stoppable.
Nest-stoppable.
That's right. And so sometimes you get lucky because the rest of the league fell asleep during the draft. Why does such people fall asleep in the draft? We don't know. We weren't really, we didn't give everyone sleeping pills, right? We didn't do any of those things. They just did it, and allowed us to do some things that were very advantageous, right? So like in the early picks, someone could have chosen. I think it was actually Al might have actually really helped us out, because I think that Al went with Jonathan Taylor, who really had a really bad season,
Right.
and left Josh Allen on the table.
Had a
And I
great
think
season.
actually maybe even Josh Allen might have even been Mahomes on the table too. It's a kind of interesting thing. But anyway, all that said, that opened the door for us to take the top quarterback.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
And then nobody decided to take Kelsey. Everyone was going to pick up a great tight end later. So we got Kelsey all the way back. We had the third pick in the draft. How does Kelsey make it all the way back?
There's some good tight ends in the league, but there's only one Kelsey.
So then we had to get with a running back, so we ended up just getting Aaron Jones, which, again, it's not a surprise he was there, but he actually had a surprisingly good season. So that was great. But then, this is the third round. It goes all the way to 12 and all the way back, and Tyreek Hill's sitting before us. We take Tyreek Hill, who has an unbelievable season, and that's how that's how we loaded that up. And then, of course, throughout the season,
great
what did
waiver
we
wire.
need? Yeah,
Yeah,
we need
great
luck
waiver
and skill.
picks.
Do we need luck and skill? Yeah,
Luck and skill. So let's see. I mean, this draft order is going to determine what happens. But if people are sleeping through the draft, this Ricky Bobby League is no joke.
No. So
a lot
because
of
that,
veterans.
we ended up with
Veterans
we
in
ended
this
up with
league.
5 week highs, by the way. 5.
Wow.
So that means other people didn't get week highs, but a couple people. Let me see. Kevin Beltsaluka, they got 3 week highs.
Okay.
And
not bad.
Irish
Money
Rebel
back.
got 2. Rick and Deeb got 2.
Yep.
Red Bastard got 2, so a couple of people got their money back, and then you got 1. You
Yeah.
were playing last year. You
I
got
did play
1.
last year, I got
and then you're
one.
all rock and roller now. You didn't realize you were going to be a full-time rock and roll guy here anymore, going to Vegas and all these things.
Everyone
So-
listen to Cultivate Band on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream music. Check out my band.
All right, and then just I guess we got to say that Orange Crush, Jet 3, Crunch Time, Giddy Up, and Alarm.
Just gave their money to the league.
They had no. Oh, and did I say Bender? Yeah, Bender got 1 too. But yeah, they had like no wins at all.
Just paid you.
Yep.
Just put
Just
money in
paid
your
us,
pocket.
yeah. So anyway, that's where we're going here, guys.
All right, guys.
So here's the draft here now. Okay.
do it.
Now first, your last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
We gotta watch Talladega Nights again. by the
We
way.
do, we
It's
do.
about time for a
We
rewatch.
do.
That's an
We do.
absolute classic.
All right. So here we
In
go,
honor of
guys.
Ricky Bobby. Okay, guys.
Yes, and so and I figured Leo would definitely call me about this one, but again, surprisingly silent this year about where
Yeah.
he's going to pick in the draft. Interesting.
Maybe there's peace there though.
Yeah, maybe
You know?
he just says, you know what, give me what I want.
It's like a Buddhist kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
It's like the absence of desire
Mhm.
could maybe be the thing that brings him to nirvana.
Yeah, maybe so. Well, let's see. Let's see what the hat decides.
All right.
Does the hat decide
The hat
Nestoppable?
The hat decides that Orange Crush
Oh,
gets the
Crush!
first pick
He's,
in the Ricky
He's
Bobby.
had a few first picks lately too, so I know you're
Yeah.
you're a fan of thanking him for his service and all that stuff. But you don't have to
course.
give him the number 1 pick in the draft every time.
Is it me though? Is it me?
Okay.
The hat. Maybe the hat supports the truth.
Uh,
I also do. I'm not saying I don't.
That's support.
but
Okay.
in a case like this, I really is out of my hands.
Okay. It's out of your hands.
As I pull the next
Yeah.
name, the next name with the second pick in the Ricky Bobby is Jet 3.
Jet 3, there we
Jim
go.
Riggets.
Jimmy Riggets. All right, there we go.
All right.
All right, here
Pick
we
number
go.
3 in the Ricky Bobby is folded securely. Rick and Dave.
Rick and Dave, number 3, man, number 3. That was the slot. That was our slot last year. That was the champion slot.
The third pick in the
Third pick in
was
the draft was the champion slot. All right.
All right.
But I'm okay with 4 though too. So 4 is good.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. You hear that, Hat? You won't see. It's okay with 4. He's okay with 4.
I'm okay with 4. It looks like a lot of words on that
It's a
one.
lot of words.
That's a-
It's a lot of people.
A lot.
This is Kevin, Luca, and
Oh,
Belson.
come on.
Oviedo
Boo.
Cowbirds.
Boo. I mean, yeah. Now, they were formidable opponents last year.
Yeah.
If we didn't go on that little run, they might have taken it because
Interesting.
they were strong to the end. They were getting stronger. They did really, really well. We just had built up such a lead, thank God, because we weren't winning weak highs all the way at the end. We just built up a lead, but they were making ground. They great team, good synergy between them.
Yeah.
Although I think they did themselves in though. They're calling themselves. What did you read? What
Yeah,
they're calling
yeah,
themselves?
they call themselves
That didn't shock you?
I did.
The Dandelion Girls or something? What?
No, we have
No, I'm just kidding.
we have the Oviedo Cowbirds.
The Cowbirds. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll make it a thing.
I mean,
You know?
a Dallas fan and an Eagles fan on the same team,
Ugh, that just feels gross. I'm clenching.
and then making themselves the Cowgirls or whatever.
Cowbirds.
Sorry, I can't.
The
I can't-
Cowbirds?
I can't even say the words.
I don't like it. But it's not up for us to
No,
like
no,
or
it's not up
decide.
to- I mean, it was clever. It was clever.
Perhaps too clever.
All right, what do we got
All right,
going
the
on
next
here?
pick is Brad.
All right. Oh, okay. Brand new player. Okay, so
Welcome, Brad.
So we got a brand new player in the league. My friend Brad here. Now he partnered up with me in the 50 league last year, so he got a little thing. But very, very skilled player. I plays in 10 leagues or whatever. But he's a commissioner, runs his own leagues. Right. I was telling him about this league last year and my scoring because he does a little scoring things in his
Oh,
leagues
okay,
too. Like
nice.
he's like creative with his scoring. Like has certain beliefs about players and how things should be scored. Loved how we did it. Was like fascinated
Nice.
with the defense scoring and all this. He's like, oh, I got to get in. If we ever have an opening in the Ricky Bobby League, I love that. First, your last, well, whatever. So anyway, it came up, and I offered it up to him, and he stepped up, right? So again, another quality player. This has got quality. I mean, this quality player.
This is another league.
We've got gurus. We've got
There's not
champions.
really an AJ's fantasy league that doesn't have competitors, but this league really is a very interesting group and interesting way
teams
of scoring.
and the teams like
I like the
champion
teams.
like
Yeah.
building up here, right? Anyway,
Right, like
good
the,
stuff.
like
Very
the
exciting.
Cowbirds.
Yeah, like the Cowbirds. Yes.
All right, next pick here. I believe this is number 6. Don't quote me on it. Count in a sec. Is Crazy Bastard.
All right. Now that's a name I kind of came up with. They were going by Red Bastard and Crazy Vanilla, but it's just way better if they just go by
Yeah.
Crazy Bastard and call it a day. So anyway, you don't have to go by Crazy Bastard, but I like it. So what is that? 6 or 7?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5.
5. Oh, I thought you were.
Oh, 6. It is 6. Okay, that's what I thought.
So 6.
It's
so right,
6.
So right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. But you didn't pick Unstoppable yet.
I did not pick Unstoppable yet. No.
That's how you're going to do it.
All right. With the 7th pick in the draft, we have Alarm.
All right, there we go. Stud Guru. Yeah, he definitely was one that was beaten by his draft early. Really, that you don't get that first pick right. I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad pick. I mean, obviously going in,
Who you take?
Jonathan Taylor, but going in was a good, solid first pick. Just really ended up being dud city.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I don't know if he got hurt.
And,
just the
and
team
that's
sucked.
that's part of that luck
I mean,
thing.
Matt Ryan ended up was going to be good, and then he wasn't good. And the whole thing became a trend. The coach got fired. I mean, the whole thing was a flaming train wreck.
And I mean, I would say Al is one of the most skilled players that we have.
Gotta say, right?
The skill is
Won
off the charts.
hundreds of thousands, millions in fantasy football, millions.
But luck is always a factor.
Luck is a factor. He was on the other side of luck.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yes.
Happens to the best of them. Next we have Giddy Up.
All right, there we go. Giddy
Johnny
up.
Cochran.
All right, excellent. Well, good job there. Giddy up. Let's go.
All right.
What's going on?
Let's see here.
I mean, really only 2
moving
champions,
through.
and one of the champions in this league actually became champion and then dropped out. Like, they literally retired on top. She's like, I'm going to just retire on top. It was her and her husband. They retired.
That's
And
not a
then-
bad way
and
to
that
do
was
it.
So there was no real repeat champion. So now the only reigning champions are Ron and I, but new league. So we're just building the championship banner, if you will.
All right. So what about Crunch Time?
All right, crunch
Dave.
time. Is that 9, 10? Yep, 9.
That's 9.
All right, 9 for you, Crunch.
All right. This is number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down to the end here of Ricky Bobby. Now, the league rules say if you're not first, you're last. Doesn't mean that in the draft if you're not first, you're last. There's a lot of picks, a lot of things drop. What will you be doing with your pick?
Number 10?
Unstoppable
Number
at
10?
number 10.
You're giving me 10? That's what we're doing here?
You
That's
get
what
10.
you're doing?
You get
You're
10.
giving me 10? 11 in the other one?
Some would say maybe the more a least desirable pick in the draft order.
All right, come
Some
on.
would say, but
All right,
you take what you can get.
okay.
See where the strategy comes in.
Well, you know what? I want 10.
Okay. Well, good, because that's what you got. So I'm glad you wanted it. All right,
Exactly what we wanted.
number 11. We have Howard Bender,
There we go, the guru.
another guru.
Yep. So he came in.
Gurus
He came
in
in
this
last year. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy, because he came
Yeah.
in. Right, I think he likes the league. It's different, right? And a lot of people like to play the league because it's like, give me something creative and challenge, and we got all that. Really, I think it's a high level league. I think,
Absolutely.
And frankly, I think other gurus. I mean, I would love nothing more. would love nothing more, Al and Howard, to be able to host a guru, AJ's Fantasy Guru League.
Yep.
Right? You know, and Experts League, whatever they want to call it.
Right.
And maybe even compete with them in that league. Maybe I would even be one of the 12 that would compete, you know, multiple champion in AJ's Fantasy.
Multiple champions.
Right, the veteran.
These are not easy leagues.
And throw them into this world of 3 defenses. And now some won't play it. Some are so traditionalist, they would never play. They wouldn't demean themselves in such a way. But others, right,
Be fascinated.
love the challenge of something like this, right? So, but yeah, he came on strong at the end. And frankly, I thought there was more time. He might have been able to catch some people. So I figure he's gonna. It's one of those.
Yeah.
After you draft about week 7 or 8, you go, oh, I'd have drafted different if I knew that, right?
Yep.
So, and I know that hit him at some point, but he managed his way through, got himself 1 week high.
Yeah.
1. And now he's ready to,
Yes.
you know.
Well, Howard Benders he's a pro. He's a guru for a reason.
That's
Right? He's a big name in fantasy.
Big name.
And we'll see what you can do this year.
All right.
The final pick
All right.
in AJ's fantasy.
Okay. And what was Bender was 11, you said?
That was 11.
11,
Yeah. So
okay.
this is going to be number 12, and this is going to be Irish Rebel.
All right. There we go. Irish Rebel picking 12. All right. Well, that's good. So
Here
there
we
we
are.
go. So we have picked all leagues. And
Let the games begin.
let the
as
games
they
begin.
say.
All right, guys. You guys
exciting.
wanted it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, we got the drafts for the 2 leagues are on Sunday, the 27th, same time as always, 10 and 12:30.
Okay.
And then the other 2 leagues, I'm doing a little something different. So this league and the 50 league are doing email drafts.
Okay.
I was starting them the same night, Sunday, and then it would go to the next Sunday, but I'm starting them now Wednesday. So give us a couple extra days, and then leading up to the games, first game on Thursday. So obviously we got to be closed out by Thursday, but I think we can get it done if we start on Wednesday. It gives us 8 days. So I think that's good, but kind of, just change it a little bit. All the final games will have been played, and then it's just going to be hype and ready to go.
Good luck.
All right. There we go, guys. All right. May the best person win.